Welcome to a short demonstration of the Windward embedded solution. Today I'll be taking you through the two parts of the Windward embedded solution, the AutoTag add-in for Microsoft Word, as well as the Windward engine's integration into your target application. To get an idea of how this works, I'm going to go ahead and play a short video. It'll give you a basic overview of what the Windward solution will offer you.
For more than a decade, Winward has been breathing new life into reports and documents for application developers and businesses worldwide. With the Winward embedded solution, you empower your users to create beautiful and professional reports with your desktop, online, SaaS, or mobile products. It's as simple as embedding the Winward.net or Java engine into your product, designing a template with the Microsoft Office add-in AutoTag, and delivering your report or document in whatever format your users require. Connect to a wide range of data sources. No need for messy conversions. Even use multiple data sources in a single template. You'll find Winward integrated within hundreds of commercial applications. Your developers can embed the software in as few as 14 lines of code. Our customers span over 70 countries in all industries, including financial services, insurance, energy, healthcare, HR, and technology. You can match your business model with Winward's adjustable pricing, whether you're running a single core computer or hosting your application in the cloud. Need assistance? Winward delivers quick and courteous customer support, online training, and ample documentation, with a 98% satisfaction rating from our customers. And when you team with Winward, you team with an Oracle and Microsoft Gold partner. Want to learn more? Visit us at www.winward.net. You can get started right away on your 14-day free trial, or contact our reporting experts to schedule a live demo.
As you can see from the short video, Windward's embedded solution is targeted for enterprise-level reporting. Our solution is very powerful in the fact that it has two major advantages. One, its design is based off of the Microsoft Office suite for template design. Secondly, our freeform design really gives you the flexibility that you need to create modern-looking reports that you can be proud of. Our intuitive design tool really takes advantage of the existing user's knowledge of the Microsoft Office suite, Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. What I'm going to do is go ahead and walk you through what those two embedded solutions look like. Winward is a proud Microsoft partner for Gold application development, as well as an Oracle Gold partner. So for the two main components in the Winward embedded solution, the first component is our AutoTag solution. This is a third-party add-in into the Microsoft Office suite. It allows you to do your template design and testing directly within Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. We really take advantage of that existing knowledge of these tools, and we find that template design is both intuitive and seamless. Once you've designed and tested your templates, the Winward engine is responsible for the integration of running those templates inside of your application. The Winward engine consists of a couple of libraries developed simultaneously on both the .NET and Java platforms. You simply integrate those libraries with a few API calls into your target application. It can be web-based, mobile, SaaS, even a standalone desktop application. And all that's required is to send in the name of your template, the connection to your data, and the name of the file you would like returned. It is a very fast and lightweight integration into an application with tremendous performance gains. So let's take a look at what the overview of the Winward reporting process looks like. Typically, we find that there are templates in Microsoft Office formats already existing in an organization. These can be in Word, Excel, or PowerPoint using DocX, XLSX, or PPTX. Those files can then be joined together with your data using the AutoTag tool. So you can simply open your template inside of Microsoft Word, Excel, or PowerPoint. The AutoTag tool is already installed. you can use the AutoTag tool to create that connection and then simply start replacing static text with dynamic Winward tags inside of your template. The second path is creating a template from scratch directly within AutoTag. It simply requires you to open up a new document in one of the Office tools, connect to your data source using AutoTag, and starting to create your document and inserting Winward tags. Once you have gone through the iterative process of inserting your tags, testing them, generating output, and making sure that your template produces the proper report, you can then send these templates to the Winward app that's integrated into your application. Now, your application can be an online product with SaaS or mobile. You can also have a standalone desktop solution. And as I mentioned earlier, it's developed simultaneously on the .NET and Java platforms. A user simply works their way through your application's workflow, filling out variable fields, different information, making choices and selection. Winward captures that information, uses them as variable conditions inside of the template, and at the end of the workflow, the user simply generates a generate report or a click report button, and the final output report is generated. We generate to the following formats, the major Office formats as you see here, but also HTML, PDF, direct to printer, as well as some more specialty formats like plain text. Overall, it is a two-stage process, working with your templates or creating new ones, and then integrating those templates into the engine and letting your end users work with them. End users can design the templates, or you can design them yourself and only allow the end users to work within your application. There are many different ways to deploy Winward. If you have questions, please talk to your sales representative. We can get an idea of how you deploy your app, also how you store files, and how you connect to where your data is stored, and we can recommend the best way to deploy. Next, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the AutoTag template designer. I'll be demonstrating inside of Microsoft Word. I'll also show a short demonstration with Microsoft Excel. The difference between the products is very minimal. It's about 95% similar. Excel allows you to do a few extra items. Keep in mind that we can retrieve data from multiple data sources. So say if you have an SQL server and you're doing some internal calculations on a local Excel spreadsheet, you can connect both the SQL server and the Excel spreadsheet and pull information as well as aggregate it from multiple data sources. I'll be just demonstrating our drag and drop design, much like the rest of the Microsoft interface. I'll also be showing you something proprietary called Windward's pods. Winward pods are a culmination of items that you can reuse directly within your template design. We created this feature because it allowed us to select different parts of a Microsoft Office document. They can contain Winward tags. They can contain a combination of Winward tags with static text, as well as charts and graphs or images. And you can select those items and build a library of these reusable building blocks. What this does is it allows end users to take advantage of the power that Winward offers without needing to know how to use the entirety of the tool. I'm also going to demonstrate quickly the Winward's SQL wizard, which will help users that have no experience writing SQL easily perform and build an SQL query with using drag and drop statements. So let's go ahead and get started with Microsoft Word. For pods, I'm going to quickly rebuild this template. And to create a pod, we can simply select any part of a template, go to AutoTag, create pods. The first thing we have to do is create a data source pod, which you'll see is MS SQL. We click OK, and we tell it the pod name to create. Next, we can create a pod based on any item we select here. So I've selected this item. I can call this an address block. It can be a paragraph I'm on, a tag, table or cell, or even entire document. The current pod file we created is already listed. You can create new or browse for a current pod file and also give it a description. At this point, your end users would start here. They would open up AutoTag. They would simply go ahead and they could either load a pod locally or globally. This allows you to add a pod file that's always available every time you open Office. That's what I've done here. At this point, I can click on the pod bin and I can quickly recreate this document. Connecting to my data source, you'll notice the data source bin is gray. No problem. Drag and drop, and the data source is automatically connected. I can immediately see my data source items here. Tables, views, and store procedures, they can all be used. Now at this point, I just need to drag and drop my different items into my report. So I'm going to drag this order query in. I'll then go ahead and drag in our address block. And we're going to go ahead and drag in the greeting. And lastly, we're going to drag in our products table. And now my tags are entered. The last thing that I need to really bring in is my header. And that's an image. So you can keep images in here as well. As soon as I drag and drop these items, I'm able to go ahead and place and order them just how I would like. At that point, I have a working document that I can generate. Quick save of the template. Selection of our variable, we'll pick a different one this time. And we can now see that the document is generated. If you want to change or update a pod, you can do that simply by selecting the pod that you want. You can make the change. Maybe we want to make this not bold and we'll make this red. And then you can create that pod again. It just has to be the very same name that's listed directly within your data source, your pod file. It says it already exists. Do I want to update? I'll click yes. And then at this point, I can drag and drop that address block again, and we'll now see that it is no longer red when I insert the address block text. So that's how you generate a document inside of AutoTag. What I'm going to do next is actually load this document into the Winward engine. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and move over to a target application that we have called Contoso. This is hosted at contoso.winward.net. I'm going to log in with my personal login here. And this is an example application of deploying Winward's engine to process reports directly within a web-based application. In our particular application, we have created items called packets, and each packet can store multiple templates. You'll see my Smart Energy template is already present here. In each template, we have programmed options from the Winward API to run the document, schedule it, we can download it for additional editing, we can edit it to upload the change document, and we can also have a BI mode that allows us to fill in variable information dynamically. We'll show that a little later. Right now, I'm going to run this document. What this allows you to do is pass that template in from the server side. It's processing the document, and we're going to be asked for what type of output format we want to generate. In this case, I'll go ahead and go to PDF this time. Once I run this document, it's now being processed against the data source server side. So your individual users can interact with their application however they would want, and then at the end, you can hit a Run Report button. The end user simply needs to generate the report and provide any information you request. You can select the template for them. You can do it in this manner where you provide the user with a list of templates to select. And then once the report generates, we'll go ahead and open that final document, this case in Microsoft Office. You'll now see that the document is listed directly within our PDF output, and the user receives the final document. Now you'll also be able to see that you can schedule a report. There's different options in here. You can design this however you would like, using date pickers and time pickers. You can specify daily, weekly, and monthly schedules. Specify the output format as well as who you want the email sent from and who you want it sent to, an email list or a list of separate email addresses. Downloading the document can simply be done by hitting download. We can go ahead and open that document directly. It's going to open this right inside of Microsoft Word on my desktop. At this point, you can go ahead and make a quick change. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and just select some of the documents here in the table. Some of those tags, we'll make them bold, and we'll save those documents. Now at this point, that saved document's present. We can go ahead and go back, go to our edit screen, browse, and we can then go ahead and update. So I'll just go ahead and go to my desktop, take a look here, and we'll pick that Smart Energy template. And after the document is updated, we have the option to run the document again. So I'll just go ahead and run that document, generate our output, and we'll now be able to see that the updated changes have been made to our document itself. Let's quickly go back and cover what